Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on what part of the world you are in. Um, we've had a. Let me close this down a little bit some more so we can see. Yeah, we had a cold front come in overnight tonight, so I am really stiff and sore today. I didn't get a chance to get back on yesterday because it was just one of those days yesterday. So where are we? Global company, Tractor Supply. Tractor Supply, and then invisibility is what we are working on. So I finished up Domino's, but I didn't do any of the XML work. We're going to finish up Tractor Supply, and we'll finish up all these, and then we'll do the XML work, and we'll get all three of these building and test. We'll probably test them one at a time, just because it's easier to see any errors that pop up in the log when I test them one at a time. But first thing I need to do, unfortunately, is pop in here and build another fence. And just try and get it lined back up with this one. Yeah, somewhere about there. And just bear with me till I get out of the trees. Then we'll be able to see a little bit better. There we go. Make it a little bit easier now. And then after we get these three done, I think we're going to head over towards where Walmart is, and I want to get Lowe's in. And once Lowe's is in, then we can make sure all the fill types are in the map and we're not missing anything. And then Lowe's and Walmart will be the only two sell points that we have access to, but there'll be lower prices than the rest of the sell points that you have to build. So if you want the better price, you're going to have to build better sell point. And then after that, if we get Lowe's in, I have no idea what we're going to work on. I don't have anything else exported or imported or ready. I'll get you close about, yeah, about there. So maybe we'll just work on something. Maybe we'll just jump down and do another field or two until I can get something else imported in the map. Because I have an idea what I want to do with the rest of the top of the mountain. I just don't have a lot of it imported into the map. Oh, this ought to be fun. With the trees and the monorail track in the way. That'll work. Let's get out of the trees. Alright, so tractor supply. Let's throw. We have to make a sign. So let's just get our board ready right about there. Alright, let's go into our signs. And let's go File, Export, back into Signs, and let's go Open TSC. And we'll just do Build TSC. And then since we're here, let's go File, Export, let's go Open Aldi, and File, Export, Build Aldi. Let's make them all at the same time, because I'm going to use the same fill types. So, blank sign. Let me go into pictures, and we'll grab, oh, let's try that again. There we go. Let's grab this one first, and we will try and cut this back a little bit more. See how it shrinks down. Let's pull this out. That'll work. So let me grab future home of TSC. So we'll File, Save As, and this one would be Sign, Open, TSC. And let's grab the same blank sign, and we'll grab our Aldi sign. Now this one I'm going to have a hard time shrinking down, so we'll probably end up cutting most of this building off. Yeah, I know this one was going to be tough. That's about the best I'm going to be able to get this one looking. Future home Aldi. Oh, file, save as. Open Aldi's. Now I'm going to use, hold on, let me minimize this a minute. Let's close this one. Dominoes. We're going to use Dominoes, the same fill types as Dominoes for the next two buildings. So I want to grab sign, build, if I can find it, Dominoes, this one. And then we're going to go back to black. So this one is to build TSC. But we gotta go down on our font. There we go. So file, save as, and this one will be build TSC. And then we'll go back here. And we'll build Aldi. And we'll go file, save as, and this will be build, if I can spell, build ALDI. Alright, so that should be our signs. So build Aldi. And then build TSC. And then we have open Aldi. And then we have, this one should be open TSC. Did I mess that last one up? Let's go back here. No, we should be good. So we should have a build Aldi, which we do. We should have a build TSC, and that one's good. And we should have an open Aldi. Good. And then we should have an open TSC. Alright, good. So now we can close. We go in here. Alright, so you're good. Close you, close you. Alright, so that's going to get us clean. So now we can go file. Save changes. Did I hit save? File, import. There we go. To what are we working on? We're working on TSC. So we go edit, cut, and paste. Gonna move you up one. Now you should be my, there we go, future home of TSC. because you're not going to see this property in game. Now, have a house set up. I don't know if we're going to be able to squeeze a third one in here, but I have this one set up. What I was thinking about doing was putting one sort of like caddy corner, but I don't know. We may just spread this out a little bit before we finish. Let me do a quick save because I don't know why that thing popped up earlier. May just stretch this out and change up the textures here a little bit, and we'll put the other build somewhere else instead of trying to squeeze it in here. So we'll change this up a little bit, and we'll pick a different house for the Aldi build, and we'll spread this apart a little bit. I'm going to close this and reopen it because that was acting a little weird this morning. Let me go back in here real quick and make sure, before we get too far in, make sure nothing weird going on with the editor. I had a bunch of updates this morning with CC Cleaner and my super anti-spyware, and then I had to do a restart. So everything's been acting a little weird this morning. I had to sign back into Mega. I had to sign back into Trello. Alright, I think we're good. Yeah, we're going to spread this out a little bit. So let's take you and let's move you over on this side. And then we'll take... do we have an open fence with... We do. Let's pull you over here a minute. And let's close this in. And since we're going to be changing up textures anyway, let's delete that one. We'll leave a little walkway in there. And we can change. Oh man, it's going to be one of those days. Alright, let's change this back to grass. And then we can give it a little... It's going to need a little bit of a sidewalk. So let's get rid of some grass. Alright, let's go back to... This mouse is all over the place this morning. I definitely need a new mouse. Alright, let's go back to grass. Let's get this grass and stuff back in. And we'll get a couple more trees and we'll finish the fence. That far. Alright. Yeah, let's finish up. Now we can finish up this fence. Yeah, this would be much better than trying to squeeze 3 houses in here. Yeah, that I can live with. Alright, let's get some more. Let's finish up our grass. Okay, you're gonna need a little bit of a patio back here. Alright, and then let's throw in a couple more trees. Oh, no, bushy bits along the mountain. There we go. I'll throw a couple more trees in here. And what am I working on? I'm working on, yeah, tractor supply. So edit, cut, and paste. And I'll throw in one about there. How do you look? Yeah, we'll just throw this one in. Even though the next property's not quite done yet, it'll be there. Alright, that's going to be a little bit better. So now let's get our working parts in for tractor supply. Alright, so let me just close this so I have room to work. Alright, so we're going to work on invisibility. So we are going to need first is a stand. And of course I don't know why it brings the sign in so high in the air every single time. Alright, so we have our stand. Let's go File, Import, and which one? We were building tractor supply. And invisibility, yep. So we're going to go Edit, Cut, Paste. Alright. Let's get you into place. And we get, I can't wait till we get the center mountain done. Alright, so now we need, oh, I gotta move that up one. There we go. So now we need, okay, we're not working on that, but let me close that. We need warning stripes. And you're gonna have to go this way. And then we need exact fill route. And you gotta go this way as well. right above the ground. And then we'll need pallet trigger. And now we'll need player trigger. And now we're going to need another camera. Right here. And then I just got to face this one in to the build. Alright, so that's going to be all of our workings for Tractor Supply. We're not going to do the XML work quite yet. Farm Chick 63, good morning. So now we're going to need a house for Aldi's. What do I have in the way of houses in here? Did I delete them all? What does house 2 look like? Try to mix them up a little bit. That is a little bit out of place, but do I need... Okay, we'll need the lights. I think we're good. I think we can use this one. Let's go. I think we can use that one. Oh, we just used that one right here, so I can't put that one right there. So we're going to have to find a different house. Let's, for now, I can change these houses up later. Let's grab this red one. And we'll throw it over here. So we'll use Town Store B. So duplicate that. I'm going to close McDonald's. Let's close Napa. Let's close Tractor Supply, Aldi. And we'll get you here. And we'll get you about lined up with this one. Now, I want a garage with this one. I know I had a garage somewhere with a red roof. That wasn't that one. Let's go for a fly a minute. Let's see what I have. On the map. I know I was going to use it over here, but I don't think I did. Well, we can give them an open carport. Let's do an open carport, but let me use this one because it's scaled down. Let's grab this one. And let's go down to global company. We're building Aldi, so edit, cut, and paste. why are you not? Where's my house? Did I put it in the wrong transform group? I did. Okay, so you're in the wrong transform group. We're at all these. Edit, cut, and paste. That's better. It would have been building with the wrong building. Yeah, let's leave you an open. You're just going to have an open carport. That'll work. So let's grab. Am I on concrete? I am. Look at that. Now this road is going to go finish going back. I don't know where it's going to go yet, but it's going to go back that way. Alright, so carport. And then you're going to get a little bit of a sidewalk. No, not that much. About there. And then, yeah, I suppose we can give you a patio. Yeah, and then let's finish our concrete under here. Yeah, something like that. Alright, let's get you here. Let's grab patio or a canopy. And we're working on Aldi, so edit, cut, and paste. And then we'll grab a table set. Alright. So let me take you to the end of, not too far, to the end of the house. Or something like that. That'll work. So back to grass. Oh goodness, and I am completely ignoring chat this morning. 10:18, good morning. Hello everyone, happy hump day. Sassy 155, good morning. I do apologize. It's don't mind me. It's one of those days. I didn't sleep well. My sinuses are absolutely killing me. And I didn't get a chance to come on and get anything imported into the map this morning. I'm not going to finish that piece of property because I don't know what's going there next. But let's get this backyard finished. Alright, now we can get this yard fenced in. Yeah, we'll get this yard fenced in. So we're going to need, I'm going to need a closed section. And you don't have a closed section. Do you have a closed section? You don't have a closed section. There we go. Duplicate that one. And we're working in Aldi, yeah. So edit, cut, and paste. So, yep. I do apologize. Did not mean to ignore y'all this morning. But hopefully we can get, won't be too much longer, we'll have these three businesses finished. We can move on to something new. Yeah, so you're good. Alright, so I need a closed section by the house. Now this is, our fences don't line up, so let's go, let's do a little, yeah, let's come up here. And we'll line this guy up with the front of the house. And now I'm going to need an open section. Yeah, you. So duplicate that. And we'll get you lined up. I don't know why these come in at a different height. Alright, now I'm going to probably have to stretch you out a little bit more, but let me get you lined up this way. So you're going to end. Oh, we're going to end up with that weird little gap, I think. Now let's just butt your fence up to that one and not overlap it. That'll work. I can live with that. So you're going to end up about there. So you're going to have this weird little, alright. We're going to be cheating this one in a little bit. Let's put you about there. Now you're hogging his driveway. I don't like that. Alright, let's figure out. So what do I want to do with this darn fence? Alright, so you need to go. Let's get you lined up over here again. May end up moving that house if I can't get this fence lined up the way I want. So now I can come back here and we can, let me delete that one. Let's take this one actually, and we're going to turn it a little bit. And we're going to, this fence is going to be crooked. They were drinking on the job when they built this fence. Oh, when I duplicated the water plane. I don't want to duplicate the water plane. I want to duplicate the fence. Yeah, so they must have had a couple Budweisers when they were drinking, when they were building this fence. Oh, that'll work. And then on this side, yeah, let's go with let's grab an open section that's not messed up on size. This one's good. So let's grab this guy, and I want to turn him this way. And then figure out about how far I want this property, about somewhere in here. So we'll come over here, make sure it's lined up, and we'll just bring it back. That'll work. And we should take it over towards the carport. Alright, I can live with that. So let's get a little bit more grass just up to the fence line. And then we'll figure out what the next property is going to be for the next business. Alright, so you're going to need, what do you need? You're going to need a tree for the front yard. You're going to need a small tree for the backyard. Let's grab the same tree. And we are in Aldi, so let's go edit, cut, and paste. And we'll throw you a tree in your backyard. And one in your front yard. That'll work. Now, the crooked fence. See if anybody notices the crooked fence. Alright, so that's going to be our visibility. Now we got to finish up our invisibility. Alright, so we're working with Aldi. So I want to go File, Import, New Buildings. This guy. Now I have not tested these parts and pieces, and I don't have no idea how well they're going to build. So let's go Edit, Cut, Invisibility, Paste. You know, these need to go up. So 1.5, 0.5, 0.5. We're going to get some, because you're not going to see Aldi when you go in game. And I need to get this in an open space so I can see what it looks like and what I want to put forward. I guess it really doesn't matter. Alright, so let's get you about here. And we'll turn you to 0. And we'll put another one about here. And then I want to grab, spin around this way. So let's go back to close this visibility. I want to go to Tractor Supply, Invisibility. Duplicate that. And actually you can almost stay where you came in. And then we'll get another 1 or 2 back here. Yeah, I wish these things were more level than they are. But that'll work. So you're going to make it look trashy when you first go in the map before all these builds. Alright, so now once again we're going to be wrestling with the trees. I need to get a construction barrier in here next. So let's grab a fence and we'll go edit, cut, and paste. And we'll try and get it lined back up, kind of, sort of, but on this side of our fence, right about there. And then we'll wrestle with these trees for a couple minutes. And again, this doesn't have to be perfect because it's just a construction barrier. Yeah, I don't know how those runes are going to spawn into the game, or if they're going to throw any errors, because I've not tested them. So once we get all these finished, we'll test them and see if the runes are going to throw errors, and if they are, they're super easy to remove from the map. Right about there, and then we'll go like so. Farm chick, I was confused on that at Aldi's, but now I get it. Yeah, 'cause you won't see Aldi's when you first start the game. All you'll see is a bunch of runes, and they'll disappear as Aldi starts to build. It's going to be really cool, actually. You'll get it here in a few more minutes once I get the rest of the fence in and get all these done. We're going to start testing these. The XML work should go pretty quick. I wanted to get these done yesterday, but yesterday just turned out to be one of those days, and I never did get anything finished or worked on or even imported into the map after the stream yesterday. Alright, so we'll bring you to about here. And then we'll go this way. Well, look, I gotta line you up with this one, though. Oh, these darn trees. I can't wait till this is done. Now, how well do you line up? Of course, I can't see you because now there's a monorail post in the way. Alright, so you need to be right about there. We were close. I could have left it where it was. But anyway, let's get this last part of the fence in. Now again, there's going to be people walking through these barriers, but there's nothing I can do about that. I want to leave the pedestrian splines in. So if I really wanted to, I could have moved all these construction barriers to the inside of the sidewalk, which wouldn't be hard to do. But that's something that could be fixed down the road. Literally take just a couple minutes. Something if I it's gonna be one of those 3:30 I can't sleep projects. I'll come in and fix the construction barriers. Oh, come on, these darn trees. A couple more fence sections. There we go. Now let's get our future home Aldi sign in. Alright, so let's go File, Import, Signs. Alright, and now where are we? We are, where am I at? Open Aldi. Open Aldi? Yeah, Open Aldi. So edit, cut, and paste. And 45. I'll bring you out and up a little bit. Alright, so and then you got to go up one in the transform group. Alright, so that's going to be everything for all these. Now let's finish our construction site. Alright, so we are going to need, let me put a little bit of grass here first, because I want to put the sign on this side. So let's grab a little bit of grass, just along the driveway. Yeah, that's all I need. Alright, so we're going to need a stand. And what are we building? No, we're not building Tractor Supply, we're building Aldi. So edit, cut, paste. There we go. Sign. This way. Alright, now let's go File, Import, Build Aldi. Throw you there, but you also have to go up one slot. There we go. So now we need, come back over here, we need warning stripes. We'll need exact fill route. I'm not looking forward to testing all of these triggers. actually delivering pallets to them and see if they work. We need pallet trigger. Alright, we need player trigger. So we know, oh come on, give me the player trigger. So we know what to put in here to build. And then I'm going to need a camera. So let me just go right about here. Let's come back up here. Let's close this one. Let's grab this camera. We'll go edit, cut, paste. And then it doesn't need to be fancy, it just needs to be there and working. Alright. So that should be everything. Invisibility, visibility for Aldi. We're going to we're going to build dominoes first. So I need my user attributes. So let's come back over here. We're gonna do these just one at a time. So the first one is string. And then script callback. Next up, we have another string. And then lastly, we have a float. Now I'm almost positive it was farmland 25. I just want to be sure. Central Mountain is going to be, yeah, 25. Nope, not 23. 25. What are we? Dominoes. D-O-M-I-N-O-S. That works. I'm going to grab this command and put it here. And then we're going to grab this command, goes here. And we change the XML from Napa to Dominoes. Now, before I save this, I want to make sure our farmland is painted up here. I think I did, but I just wanted to double check. So farmland 25, bits 0, 3, and 4. Oh, no, you're not painted. Okay, so we gotta continue this over, or it's not gonna work when we go in game. All right, so let's grab the rest of this block. Actually, the entire top of the mountain is going to be the same farmland, so I don't have to be pretty when I paint this, because we have to come in and paint the entire mountain the same farmland. So I'm not going to make you buy these sell points. They'll all be part of the entire top of the mountain. You just have to build them. Alright. Alright, let's do a save. while that is saving, let's go to our 110. And then how many out? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 9 inputs. So let's copy McDonald's. And then we're going to change McDonald's. Domino's. Oh, now let's go by my list if I can read it. Lumber. Plywood. Drywall. Steel. Paint. Insulation. Pavers. Water pipe and copper wire. Alright, now we need to copy McDonald's again. And rename it Domino's. Now we change Mickey D's Domino's. And then we have to come up here. I know I'm reusing a lot of the same ones, but they need to be in the same order, so I'm just going to change them all. Instead of just trying to move them around, because then when I have to move them around, I get my numbers all mixed up. Plywood. 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 Drywall. Drywall. Steel. Paint. Insulation. Insulation. Pavers. Pavers. Water pipe. And last up is copper wire. Copper wire. And then two more things, and we can actually test Domino's. So lumber. plywood, drywall, steel, paint, insulation, pavers, water pipe, copper wire. Now we just have to map our I3Ds to our triggers. So dominoes, exact fill route is number 44. So 44, 45, and 46. Because I always put them in the same order. Alright, so we should have dominoes working. Well, not the cell trigger, but the build. Start a new save game. And it looks like I've got a couple messages. Once we test dominoes, I got to check messages real quick. So ignore Tractor Supply and Aldi's because they're not working yet. So you're going to see both the runes and the building. Until we get the XML work done. But I'm going to check the log first real quick. Make sure there's no obvious Lua errors. And we're good. Alright, so let's grab some cash. And some speed. And we'll grab a couple trucks. And we don't even have to drive that far. So let me come over here and then zoom out. And now I'm going to put runes in the other ones, but I'm going to have to go back and redo some stuff. Okay, I hear a car horn beeping. I don't know if it's my car or my sister's car. So that's what dominoes are going to look like pre-built. Now the cars I'm not going to be able to do anything with because they're going to need to be there once the dominoes build. So we're going to have to ignore the fact that there's parked cars sitting in the parking lot. Just bear with me for a second, I'll be right back. Alright, sorry about that. I just needed to see what was going on outside. Let's grab another truck. Let's head down to the construction site. Now I have a workaround for the parked cars, but it's something we can do at the very, very end of the build if I can get the map file down small enough to do it. I could put in, I can have cars spawn in with the build instead of the parked cars that we're currently using. Where am I? Passing off where I need to go. It's getting to the point now where I'm getting lost on my own map. Or they could just be a bunch of abandoned cars in the lot. You can look at it that way. So we can come back and put runes in all of the builds. So it actually won't take that long to do. Alright, so what am I building first? We're building dominoes. So dominoes is going to be this first house. Ignore the other ones because we don't have it in and working yet. So dominoes. There we go. And we went active, perfect. So let's tab back up here. And then these runes should start to disappear as Dominoes starts to build. So let's go. Now, I would love to get the runes to disappear before the building pops in, but there's really nothing I can do about that. So yeah, I'm going to find some other buildings that look like abandoned or run down, and we're going to probably change out a lot of what's already in the map and put runes in, or runes in abandoned buildings and empty warehouses or something like that in where, like broken greenhouses. I could take like the glass and stuff out just to have stuff in that spot to make it look a little bit more cool when it's building. Now let's flip down to here. So we have our house coming in here. We roll the daylight. it's going to be raining unless I roll another day, but we're not going to be in here much longer. Let's just make sure our triggers are gone, but we're not 100% built yet. We're 96%. Let me roll a couple more hours. Oh, look at that. Roll a couple more hours and the sun comes out. Alright, so our trigger's gone now. Our triggers are gone now. So we are 100% built. So let's go see if we messed anything up with dominoes. Again, eventually we'll have a sell point back here. And I think, if there's no errors on the log, I think dominoes is going to be good. I don't see anything floating. I might put one more pedestrian spline in. But I think we're going to call dominoes. Let me check the log real quick, and I'm going to check messages real quick. Let's check out the log first and see if there's any weird collision errors with the runes disappearing. And it doesn't seem to be. Alright, so I'm thinking that we can call dominoes. So tractor supply, let's get that one working now. Let me check messages really quick, just bear with me. Calderson93, good morning. Thank you for stopping in, taking time out of your day and saying hello. Just bear with me 1 second, just want to check. I sent Dixie some things to test this morning. I just want to see. Not too much to do today. So I sent her Dole to test this morning, and she said it looks good, nothing wrong with it. So I'll get the Dole Factory to the Patreons this weekend, and we'll get it released the following weekend. I'm trying to stay a week ahead on factories. Alright, so we are working on tractor supply. So I need this transform group. Yep, I need that transform group. So let's come back over here and let's get our user attributes in. First up is a string. And then script callback. And then another string. And then a float. Alright, so farmland 25. This is going to be tractor supply. Oh crap, caps off. Hold on, I'm going to do that again. Tractor. It is one of those days today. Tractor supply. That looks better. So now I can come up here. Let's close all of this. I need this command here. And then we need this command here. But our XML is going to be called tractor supply. Alright, now we're painted in. That's all of the map work, so let's save that. Come back over here to our 110, and then we're going to take dominoes, because we're using the same fill types. And then we're going to change dominoes to Tractor Supply. So we're using all the same fill types. That's all I have to do there. And then we go here, we take dominoes, and we rename it. Tractor Supply. And then we just take this. Change Domino's Tractor Supply. And the only thing I have left to do is to map my triggers. So 42. So you are 42, 43, and 44. Alright, so now we should be able to test build Tractor Supply. Yeah, I don't know if there's going to be enough coffee in the house to keep me awake today. But I don't plan on leaving the house today unless my sister has something pop up that she needs help with. Alright, again, first thing I always do, let's check to make sure that there are no obvious errors in the log first. Before we spend time testing. Alright, so far so good. So let's jump back in here. Let's grab some cash. And we'll grab some speed. And let's grab 2 trucks. And we don't have to drive far because Tractor Supply pretty much builds right across the street. So I will zoom out so we can watch Tractor Supply build. Let's grab our second truck, head down to the construction office. Yeah, it's going to look like 2 totally different maps. When you first start the game, you're going to have nothing but construction barriers. And then late game, when everything's built, it's going to look so cool. But I'm definitely coming in and putting broken parts and pieces and trash and stuff everywhere in all of our buildables. Alright. So we want to build, let's stop right. We're going to build Tractor Supply. Again, you're going to have to deliver everything here, but just for testing, I'm buying it. You will not have that option once we get the map released. Co-op project when active, so let's head up here. Again, 2000 speed, 4 game days. Our runes are going to disappear. Our trash is going to disappear. Let's flip over here, wait for this house to finish building in, and we'll know the build is done. I'm going to roll till it's about noon or so in game. Oh, the trees aren't in yet, so it's definitely not done building. There we go. Alright, let's go down to 1 speed. See if our triggers went away. Yep, so we're 100% built. So let's go in here and see what this looks like. Make sure nothing's floating. Oh, all of our barrels are floating. Are they? Yeah, our barrels are floating. Alright, so we're going to have to fix our barrels. I think that's the only thing we have to fix, are just the barrels. Yeah, they're definitely floating. And then everything else looks good. Just make sure the runes don't leave any weird collisions behind. We can drive through here. So there'll eventually be a sell point back here. Now I think we're going to go and fix those barrels. Then we'll come down here and we'll get all these working. And we'll get that part of the build done. Alright, so let's get out of here. Now, there's two things that we have to put in the map that cannot be buildable. We have to put some kind of wood sell point in the map, so we can sell wood and wood chips. That they have to be built into the map and permanent, and the spinnery has to be built into the map and permanent. So that's a couple things we're going to have to work on very, very soon. So let me make sure we have no collision errors with the runes. Perfect. So last but not least, Aldi. So let's come down here to Aldi. But I want to come up here first. I want to close this mess. There we go. So Aldi. Let's get our user attributes in. So a string on create index name is a string, and then farmland ID is a float. Alright, farmland is 25. ALDI is going to be our XML. So we'll grab this guy, throw it here, and we grab this guy. Ooh, and we'll throw it here, and then we rename it Aldi, and then we can save this, and that should be all of our map work. So now we come back here, and we're going to use the same build. So we could take Tractor Supply, replace it with Aldi. And then we take, doesn't matter, Tractor Supply, rename Aldi. And just replace all of these. And then we just have to map our triggers. So back down to Aldi. Close all this stuff we don't need open. Napa can close, Domino's can close, Tractor Supply. We just need our triggers. Alright, so you are number 50, 50. So 50, 51, and 52. Now we should have, Aldi should now build. And then we'll probably get, I definitely have the stuff ready for Lowe's. So we'll build Lowe's in over near Walmart. And we'll get that completely up and running with the sell point. And we'll balance out all of our pricing between Walmart and Lowe's and make sure everything on the map we can sell. Alright, so again, I'm always going to check the log first before we build to make sure I didn't mess anything up completely up. Alright, so no obvious Lua errors. So let's grab some cash and some speed. And we don't have to drive that far, but we'll get 2 trucks. This way I can just flip back and forth between truck and truck. So now all these. Let's head down here. Try and zoom out as I'm driving. So all these has a couple of ruined houses in it and some abandoned cars. There we go, abandoned cars, I like that. Abandoned cars. Let's head down to the construction site. Now, at some point, I'm going to get a whole bunch of more broken bits and pieces and runes in the map, and we're definitely going to go back and fix and add to everything that's already in the map that we're building. So I think that looks really cool. Alright, I'm going to turn in here because eventually this road's going to have to connect up with one of the other roads down a little bit further. So what we may do next is take this road either from right here or probably right here. We'll probably come right here and I'll probably come straight out and connect it with this road. Somewhere about here. So this should be our build for all these, and it is. So with these 3, I think that puts us up to 25 items on the map so far that you have to build. Not including your placeables. These are just built into the map builds. So we went active, perfect. So let's come back up here. 2,000 speed for 4 days. We got to train. The monorail shouldn't be that far behind. Oh, it's going to come through in the dark. So I should be close to the end of the build. Let's flip back down here. Yep, we'll wait for this property to finish building. Alright, let's see if our triggers are gone. And they are, so our build is complete. Oh, I forgot to move those barrels. We gotta lower those barrels a little bit. So I put in a bunch of shopping carts. So we got a bunch of shopping carts with the Aldi logos on them. What I'll probably do is I'll probably scatter some all the way through the parking lot, so it looks like the Walmart parking lot with just carts everywhere. Now I know all these you have to return them to get your quarter back, but I thought they looked cool over here in the parking lot. I don't see anything floating. Let's make sure there's no weird collisions with... Oh, there we go. Squished one guy today. Yeah, no weird collisions with the runes. So, perfect. So eventually this will have a cell trigger. Now, again, if there's no errors in the log, we're going to call all these done. I don't see anything floating. Alright, let's check the log. And then we can move on to a new project. So log first. And cool, no errors with the runes disappearing. So I can close all the, we're done with Tractor Supply, we're done with Domino's. Let me fix these barrels really quick and then we'll jump on a new project. Just gonna push these down a little bit. There we go. So they should be fine. Now, Lowe's. So, I think over here, because eventually, and we'll probably work on this tomorrow if I get a bunch of stuff imported into the map. What I want to do tomorrow is I want to get, we're going to put in another road, I'm not sure, somewhere around where this telephone pole is running. We're going to put another T in. We're going to run another road straight across here. And then backed up to the vehicle shop and the BP station, we're going to have another row of commercial here. And then we could finish this sidewalk all the way around. And then we can get people, another pedestrian spline walking all the way around there. So that's something I want to work on tomorrow. Or later today, depending on what we have going on. So, let me get this out of my way. I want to keep this in the map because I'm using parts and pieces from it. But for now, let's get it moved down here. Until we work on that piece of property. That gets it out of our way. Now I want to get rid of, let's get rid of the grass first. Let's get a clean slate to work on. Yeah, let's just, like, we can always put it back. Let's get rid of this mess. And that's going to give us some room to work with. Alright. So we're going to go places. Let me close global company because we're not going to need global company for a while. So we are going to work with Lowe's. Now, do I have it in the map files or do I have to import it in? So Ritchie Valley, new buildings. So hold on, let's clean some of this up. Aldi, Aldi sign. So Aldi, okay, those I can delete. We're done with all that. The shopping cart I'm going to leave. Domino's I can delete. This we're done with. House 2 we've already used, so let me delete that. That I'm still using. I'm going to leave the boats in here yet because I'm not quite done with boats. Tractor Supply Deco, we can delete all of that. So no, I don't have Lowe's in the map, but I have it ready to come into the map. Make sure my textures are all fixed. They are. So let's open this up before we import it. And am I going to get lucky? 0, 0, 0. Let me just zero everything out. I am going to get lucky. Perfect. So let's save that. There's, yeah, no errors. Let's go File, Export, Ritchie Valley, New Buildings, Lowe's 1. We're going to have to probably move a lot of this around once we get it in the map. And then I have Lowe's 2, which I think are just some extra bits and pieces. So let's look at that. Let me just zero it out and save it. There we go. Yeah, no errors in the log. So File, Export, Lowe's 2. Alright, so we have Lowe's in the map, but inside of Lowe's, we can just plop them right in there. Let's throw Lowe's here. So let's go File, Import. We're going to import Lowe's 1. So edit, cut, and paste. Now, I know you're going to be a complete disaster until we get you fixed, I think. But let's go minus 90. Oop, minus 90. Let's get you lined up with Walmart so you're about as far back off the road as Walmart is. Now if I bring your fence over here so you can't drive through, ooh, I like that because what I'm going to do now, that's actually going to work out well. Because what I can do now is we can run a road along behind Walmart, behind Lowe's, and come out here. And then back in here I can get the fence company sell point and possibly Applebee's in. Alright, so how are you on height? Bird 59701. Thank you for the follow. Welcome to the stream. Thank you for taking time out of your day, stopping in and saying hello. Always much appreciated. I think this has to come down a hair. It looks like... let me come out front and see if the shopping carts and stuff are floating. No, I think we're good. I don't think I have to come down at all. If I can, we can pull it down a hair. Yeah, let me pull those down just a little bit. Let's pull you down just a little bit. Yeah. Now I think you're not going to be floating. Yeah, that looks better. Okay. So let's go File, Import. Let's import the second part of Lowe's in. Let's come up here. Let's go stick it in here. And let's see if I can figure out how I had this in the other. No, I think it was this way, possibly. I might have to spin this around a couple times until I get it where I want it. But I think I had you, oh, stop. I hate when I click off of it. I think I had you, yeah, something like this. And to be honest with you, I'm not even going to mess and move a lot of stuff around. We're going to pretty much leave it like it is. Were you this way or were you the other way? I honestly can't remember. No. Or were you this? No, you weren't. Oh, I think I had two. I had two sets in. Hold on. I know what I want to do now. Let me get you squared up to 90. And I had two of these in there, so I gotta create another one and flip it around. Let me get this one in place. I think I had two. No, that just quite doesn't look right. How did I have these in the other map? I really don't want to mess around with this too much. So let's put you... let's line these guys up here. I can move this fence a little bit if I have to. I was trying not to do too much work with this cell point. Yeah, we're going to move a couple things around. I want this lined up with the fence over on this side. So we're going to slide a few things around. Yeah, so you look about right where I want you. So now let's take this guy here. Let's bring it over and in a little bit. There we go. We'll take this guy and we can pull them in a little bit. And then these board stacks. Oh, there's a whole bunch of them. Okay, so let me come over here. We'll start at the end, we'll pull these in. And that gets them, yeah, that gets everything inside the fence. Now I can work with this, so let's come up here. Let's take this whole group. I'm going to duplicate it. We're going to spin it this way. I want to get these racks where I want them, and then we can slide the other parts and pieces around. Just to make this lot look a little bit more full. And actually, we're going to get Lowe's done a lot quicker than I anticipated, so we'll have time to work on a couple more new projects today. Alright, so that's going to get that in. Yeah, we're going to have to clean this lot up a little bit. Okay, so this guy, yeah, let's move him over. Oh, that's the whole group. Alright, let's go over like this. Yeah, now we're gonna have to move this bit by bit, I think. So let's slide you back. Where are you? Oh, yeah, you're gonna have to get slid over here. And then you are that one. You're this one. Okay, so you can come up here now. So that one's done. That one's done. That one's done. That can stay. Okay, you got to come over and cover up the lumber. You can stay. You can stay. This is the one I want to move back here. Alright, so that's going to open up our lot. So we can come in. We can drive through here. We'll have a sell point behind Lowe's. And then we can come back through and drive out of the building. Okay, that I can work with. Now, where do we want the Lowe's sign if I can find it? So you're that sign. Okay, so we have 2 Lowe's signs. So I'm going to leave them. There'll be 1 at each entrance. So for now, let's take, and again, I'm going to change this texture, but until I do, we're stuck with it until I put a new texture in the map. And let's come back down to cobblestone. So I'm definitely redoing this texture. But let's bring our sidewalk past Lowe's where we're working. And then, like I said, we'll finish up that area. We could probably work on the fence company next because I have all the parts in the map for the fence company. Alright, so let's get Lowe's parking lot painted in. So let's go to concrete. Where am I? Concrete. Wrong one. And we could take that right over to Walmart. Alright, so looking good so far. Now let's come up front. I don't want to overpaint this quite yet because I'm not sure where our parking lot's going to end. So let's get you painted in. Because we will do some front parking. So let's bring our concrete texture under the building. And along here for now. I was on the wrong one. Alright. Going, why don't I not see concrete? Alright, so you're gonna come, crap. Let's do that again. Yeah, you're gonna come, I'll just go back and paint a little bit of grass back in. You're gonna come straight across here. I can put a little bit of grass back there. Now we're going to have a parking lot, or a driveway entrance coming in here. And not sure how wide yet, but let's bring it here for now. And then let's come over on this side. And let's bring our entrance out like here. And just one more. There we go. So that's going to get us in behind the building for our sell point and then drive back out on this side. Now we're going to need some parking. So we'll put parking on. We'll put some parking on this side of the building. We'll probably put, yeah, let's put some parking just along the front of the building. I want to leave some grass there because I want to do this. Let's bring you out. Yeah, let's bring you out to here. Let's get a parking line so I know how deep I have to go. So let's come over here. Let's grab a couple things from here. So let's grab this guy. So I'm going to duplicate him. We're going to move him down to where we're working in Lowe's. So I'm going to go edit, cut, Lowe's, paste. So we have a parking lot with the handicap sign. I'm going to grab a parking lot without a handicap sign. And let's go edit, cut, Lowe's, paste. Alright, so that gives us our parking stripes. So let's grab this one first. And let's go 0.02 so it's not faded into the ground. And then we'll get, now I want to leave, we're not going to put anything right in front of the door, so we can start this one about here. Yeah, so put a handicap spot there. And then let's take our side parking and I'll pull that up out of the ground a little bit and we'll get it lined up with this one. Alright, so that's going to be our perfect. That's going to be we're going to have to extend this parking lot out a little bit more. That's what I needed to see. And then let's take another side parking. And we'll put it over on this side. Let's pull you out a little bit. Yeah, right about here. And we'll stretch you out. Yeah, it's about here. Alright, so that lines up. Now we're going to need room to drive in, but I want to leave some grass between the sidewalk and the road. So let's push you back a little bit more. And let's get entrance here. And then, yeah, you're going to have to come back a little bit more. Actually, let's change that up a little bit. Let's go back. Let me go back to grass for a minute. Let's take this back. Yeah, and let's go back to concrete. And we'll pull this guy out. And we'll go across here. There we go. That I can live with. Okay, so you need to come out there, but you are way too small. Well, you're a little small. Let's go 1.25. 1.25. We're going to get lost in the grass. We don't make you just a little bit bigger. Alright, we'll put parked cars here in a second. I want to grab a couple of lights next. So let's come over here. Let's grab this guy. Duplicate him. So we'll go edit, cut, Lowe's, and paste. Alright, so there is a parking lot light, floodlight. So let's go edit, and we'll start with one right there by the parking lot. Entrance on this side. Put another one over here. And then we'll put a couple in the back. So throw one about there. Throw one about here. And now let's get one down in this corner somewhere. Let's put you about here. Yeah, I like that, because what we're going to do is we're probably going to take Louise's Fence Company, and we'll probably put that like right here somewhere, and we'll have a road, bring another road around the back of Walmart, or alongside of Walmart. We'll curve it down and we'll come out somewhere along there. Alright, I haven't saved in a while. Let me do a quick save. You have a floating stack of plywood at Lowe's. Thank you. I'll go back and take a look at that. I'll let this save. Oh goodness, it's 11 o'clock already. I'm going to go for about another 45 minutes. I'm going to have to get out of here for lunch. Alright, we have a floating stack of plywood somewhere. Or did I miss it? Oh, over here. Nice catch. So you've got to come back onto the shelf. That'll work. Good catch. I would have saw that after, but after we went in game. Alright, I'm gonna... Alright, so that should take care of that mess. Alright. So, Lowe's. Lights are in. Let's get the parked cars in next. And again, it's always busier near the front of the building than it is away from the building. So let's grab our parked cars. And we'll start here. So let's get you turned this way. And we'll slide you in. Let me go down on my speed a little bit. And we'll get our first car lined up here. So a little bit more cars closer to the door. A little bit less cars when we get further out. Now we always have that guy that likes to... Oh, stop. Why does it always click off of it? It drives me nuts. So we always have that one guy that likes to take up 2 parking spots. Alright, so now the other side. Oh, stop. It's going to be one of those days. I swear this mouse, if you hear anything, if you see on the news today about an unidentified flying object in northeast Oklahoma, it's going to be my mouse when I throw it out the damn window today. It's going to end up in my neighbor's yard here in about 5 minutes. Let's get one guy facing the other way. And then we'll put one over by the front door like he's loading his car. So we'll throw one about here. Alright, so parked lighting's in, parked cars are in. We have to get the cell point in and working yet, but let's get the grass and the trees and stuff in. Now we never did finish this side of Walmart, so we do have to put some more trees and stuff in along there. We can do them all at the same time. But let's get our grass in. And we'll get our grass and we'll get our trees and stuff, and then we can actually finish this side of Walmart as well. And then we'll see if we can get the cell point in and working before I have to break for lunch. But I haven't even had breakfast yet today. I have an idea of something I want to do there. I'm not going to finish the grass there yet. I got something I want to do. Let's finish the grass in front of the building. I'm going to come back to that side lot. I've got something I want to put there. Yeah, this poor fire hydrant. I'll probably have to make it even a little bit taller. It's going to get lost in the grass. And before we put the cell point in, we'll go in game. We'll drive around. We'll make sure we'll take another look around. Make sure I didn't make anything else float. Because once we put the cell point, we got a little bit of XML work to do to get the cell point in. A little bit too far. Let's get it off of our road or our parking lot. And we'll finish this section. And we'll get, again, I have something I want to put there. But let's get this section in. And we'll get this little patch done. Now I'm not worried about the fence outside of Lowe's because we're going to work on that section next. Alright, so let's grab, for now, alright, let me close my traffic splines. Let's close gyms. And we're working in Lowe's. I'm going to grab an empty transform group. And we're going to call it trees. If I can type. Alright, now I'm going to grab a small birch. Let's go with the stage 3. So let's go edit, cut, and paste. Yeah, nice. Yeah, that's actually a good size for there. So let's throw one of those there. And we'll throw another one here. And this actually may be a good size to put along the road as well. Now let's go up to a 4. Let me grab a stage 4 and see what that looks like. So let's go a little bit bigger. Let me duplicate that. Let's go edit, cut, and paste. And we'll put, yeah, perfect. So stage 5 I think would be too tall. So this size is going to be good between the parking lot and the sidewalk. So let's get Richard Farm Inc. just hosted the stream with one viewer. Thank you for stopping in. Saying hello, much appreciated. Alright, so we can probably get, let's grab like one there, one about here. Now do I want to put a small, we're going to grab a maple, but we're going to make it a lot smaller. So let me grab a maple. Let's go edit, cut, trees, and paste. And it's going to be way too big, so let's go like 0.6, 0.6, 0.6. Yeah, that's going to be much better. let's get you about there. Yeah, you'll be fine. Let's get you centered about there. And then let's grab a couple of saplings. So let's grab a spruce stage 2. And we'll throw in, there we go. Yeah, I think this one's going to work out well as well. Nice and not too big, not too small. And we'll get these in here. And that's going to finish up the front of Lowe's. Now, there's something I want to put there, but I want to get... Oh, and my camera mouse is all messed up now. Alright, hold on. I need to do a save. I need to save close and come back in, because now my mouse is all messed up. Whenever I touch my mouse, the entire map moves. I don't know how it does it or what causes it. I haven't figured out what key binding it is to make it stop. And it drives me nuts. And the only way I can figure out how to undo it is to save it and close it, completely close the map and come back in. One of these days I'll figure out what key binding it is to fix it. But it doesn't help every now, it doesn't hurt every now and then to reset the map. Richard, are you good today? I've got a smiley cowboy hat, so Richard must be good today. Alright, so let's grab my 16x script. There we go. The entire map's not moving as soon as I touch my mouse. Alright. Let's come back down to Lowe's, and where are my places? We're in Lowe's, we are in trees, and where is my Walmart? So we have Walmart, we have some trees up here. Alright, so I'm going to grab this small spruce. I'm going to duplicate it again. I'm going to slide it up here for now. And I want to put a few of them up here just to fill in this gap up here a little bit. But I want to change transform groups. So let's go edit, cut, Walmart trees, and paste. Now let's throw you there. I just want to fill this gap in a little bit more. Alright, so that'll work. Just to fill that space in a little bit more. Now I want to grab a couple of smaller saplings to put along here. Now the stage 3s are going to be too big, so let's scroll down a minute. Let's close Lowe's for a couple seconds. Let's go down to birch. I'm going to grab a small one. So let me duplicate that. And let's come up here to our Walmart trees. Let's go edit, cut, paste. And let's put in a couple saplings just to fill this gap in along here. Now if we want to, let's grab a really, really small sapling. And we'll come back up here. And we'll throw in a couple of these guys. So that's going to finish this side of Lowe's, which has been unfinished for a while, or that side of Walmart's, which has been unfinished for a while. Now over here, let me grab where do I have a small round water plane? Let me fly over here a minute. I think this one's round, and I definitely can make it smaller. You might, yeah, you're a round water plane. All right. So I'm going to duplicate that. We're going to come down to, oh, we got to, hang on. We got to scroll up. Let's scroll up to Lowe's. And let's go edit, cut, and paste. All right, that's going to give me a water plane that I'm going to have to resize. Pull you up a minute. So let's go with, let's just take it down to your original size and see where you are. There you go. And we'll take it up a little bit probably. Let's bring you up so I can zoom out and get you in place. So let's go like 1.5. Yeah. You could be a little bit big, you're not going to matter because you're going to be under the ground. So let's bury you right there. My top of my mountain is 206, so let's go to 205. And then let's make a small pond here. And we'll get rid of the grass here in a second. Just want a little bit of a water feature right here. Alright, so let's click off of that so it doesn't, stop. Let's click off of that so it doesn't, it's not like all right in our face. Let's get rid of, let's go back to subtract. And let's get rid of the grass that's in here. Why am I not? Oh, because we're not on grass. Alright, let's get rid of the grass that's in here. Alright, so now let's grab some rough dirt. I'll put some rough dirt in here. Alright, now I've got something else I want to put in there, but let's finish up our grass first. Let's get our grass fixed back. And we can finish up our water feature. Okay, so I have grass along this sidewalk. Yeah, alright. So we just need to fix the grass along here. go back to grass a minute, and let's go back to square brush for a minute. So let's push the concrete back that I overpainted. And then we'll grab our grass. And we'll get our grass in. Ooh, I missed a spot right there, hold on. And then we'll get this part right here finished up. Alright, now let's grab, let's go File, Import. Let me grab one or two of the rocks. So let's go up here. Where are we working? Close global company. Up here. So let's go edit, cut, close, and paste. I want to throw a little bit of a rock feature here. Mr. JWB5, hello. Thank you for stopping in, saying hello, much appreciated. Love it when y'all come in and talk to me. So let's just throw in a few rocks here for now. Oh, something like that. And then let's see if I still have it in the file, or if I deleted it because I thought I was done with it. I don't know if it's Fountain 1 or Fountain 2. I think it's Fountain 2. We're going to bring that fountain in, but that's not the one I want. It's Fountain 2. Alright. So it's going to go, let me go File, Import. Let me bring in Fountain 2. We're going to come over here. And we're going to go Edit, Cut, Close, Paste. And I'm going to throw it here. Now, inside of here, oh, okay, hold on. I know, let's go Edit. We're going to have a little bit of a water feature. Something like that. We'll see what it looks like when we go in game. But something like that. Now, if we wanted to, let's go even a little bit fancier. Let's go to, let me close places. Let's go to ships. Let me grab this guy. I'm going to duplicate it. I'm going to delete the spline. Let's go create a spline. Let's grab this guy. And let's go edit, cut, here, edit, paste. But I have to move it up one. We're going to rename this Lows. And then we're going to take our spline. I'm going to throw it here. And then let me find the end. There we go. And we're just going to do a quick little circle around here. it doesn't need to be anything fancy. Let me get my end and my start relatively close to each other. And then let me just control an O, letter O, closes the loop. And then we take our ducks edit, come on. Where are my ducks? Why do my ducks not want to come over? I'll put you there a minute. There we go. I'll just drag you over. Alright, so there are our ducks. We'll have a couple ducks swimming around our water feature. Now, we still have to do our cell point, but before we do our cell point, let me do a save. Let's go in game and see what this looks like. And we'll see if we have to adjust anything, if I missed anything, and we have anything else floating. And then I'll probably take an early lunch. We'll come back, we'll get the cell point in, we'll do all the XML work. And then we'll come behind Lowe's and Walmart, and we'll work on getting the fence company in. Fence company we're going to make buildable. So that's going to be a couple hours to rebuild the fence company. Now what I may do is I may combine the fence company. No, I'm going to do size patio a little bit different. So we'll probably just put the fence company back there. I want to bring size patio in, but I don't want to put it right by Lowe's. I want to put it in a different spot on the map. Alright, let's see what this looks like in game. Bad Touch, hello. Thank you for stopping in. Much appreciated. Or instead of doing the fence company back there, we could do this something with the spinnery. I don't know if I want the fence company that close to Lowe's. So maybe put the fence company and size patio somewhere else, but they both have to get rebuilt. So let's grab a truck. And let me zoom out as far as I can. And before we head over to Lowe's, I'll take everybody for a spin around the lake. So all the businesses along here have to be built. So you got a bunch of ruins and abandoned cars. So everything along there has to be built. But I'll take you for here, spin around the lake. Now the lake took me like 46 to 48 hours to build. The lake resort. So here we'll pop up on top of the bridge real quick, and then we'll come back down and around. But yeah, it looks pretty cool. We have our lake resort here. So the lake resort turned out a lot better than I was expecting it to. So church is done, soccer fields are done. I have a little bit more work to do here on Lakeside Bar. I want to get rid of those red all those red umbrellas and change them to blue. And I want to change up some of the signs. But everything that you see fenced in has to be built. Now I have to make that duck spline invisible. I just wanted to make sure it was in and working. Let me grab a little bit of speed. So we have our, yeah, that'll be fine. Let me bring that duck spline down just a hair so they look like they're swimming and not walking. Alright, so that spline's got to come down a little bit. I like the water feature. That turned out well. Now, do we have anything else floating? Besides our hot air balloons. I think we're good. I think we're good. I don't see anything floating. Parking lot looks good. Park cars look good. Alright, I think we're gonna call Lowe's, except for I gotta bring that duck spline down just a hair. And we're gonna get our cell point in. Our triggers in for the cell point. But top of the mountain is actually starting to look pretty good. Looks great. Love the lake. Yeah, the lake is my favorite so far. Feature of the map. And then like I said, Papa Smurf's working on a couple of boats, so you can actually take your boat trailer. We'll be able to back it down in, so you'll be able to launch your boats down in there. So he is working on. Let me grab my store. Let me back up a little bit. Let me grab my store delivery mod. So what Papa is working on, we're working on the jet ski. He's working on the jet ski and the trailer for the jet ski. So you'll be able to back that down here into the water. And you'll be able to come in here and mess around on the jet ski. And we're also working on a fishing boat. And again, this is, color selectable too. But again, we'll have the boat ramp here where you can just back your trailer down in and launch your boat in the water. So these two are still in the works. They'll be part of the vehicle pack for this map when we get to it. So you can come in and now what? But yep, also those are in the works. So the monorail's in and working. The three monorails are in and working. 3 trains are in and working. We have the pallet storage is in and working. All of our 8 railroad silos are in and working. Traffic is still in the works. I don't have the traffic system done yet. I want to change out a lot of these vehicles. Let's see if we can get around him real quick. I'm just going to go for a quick ride around the map, and then I'm going to get out of here for lunch for about an hour, and then I'll be back. So there's 4 tall bridges that go north, east, south, and west across the valley from Center Mountain to Outer Mountain. So the views up here are pretty cool when you're heading across the bridge. We don't have a lot of the fields and stuff done yet, so a lot of the valley is unfinished. And 90% of Outer Mountain is unfinished. So straight ahead of me, the mines are in and working. Now if we come over this way, so over there in the construction barrier are the mines. You have to open them up in order to use them. We have a lot of work to do on Outer Mountain, but once we get out here, this is all going to be farmland, farms, fields, meadows, and forests. So again, this fenced-in area here is something you're going to have to build after you buy the property. And it is future railroad silo 2. So there's a farm, it looks just like this after it's built. So you got a farmhouse here by the road, and then in the back you have a railroad silo that you can drop off by truck or train. It has an apartment complex for your worker storage, and it has a field or a forest. So that has to be built. I may get nosebleeds from the top of that bridge. I'm afraid of heights. Just don't stand on the bridge and jump. You'll be fine. Yeah, I have no idea what I even want for lunch today. We had leftovers last night, so I have no idea what I'm making myself for lunch today. But I'm going to do another drive around for just when we get back to Center Mountain. I'm going to get out of here for about an hour. So right here to my left is the rock crusher. So you have to bring your boulders over here from the mine. I don't have the train crossings in yet. So you'll bring your boulders over here, dump them in the pit, add your diesel and your water, and then on this level you're going to get crushed iron ore and your crushed coal. And then on the top level you're going to get your crushed copper and your crushed nickel. And then on the bottom level you'll have your crushed, your silt, your sand, your gravel, and your stone will all be down here. So one crusher for all the boulders. And pretty much this section of the valley is not finished yet. So we'll have a bunch of small fields here that are more affordable. And we'll have the bigger, more expensive fields on Outer Mountain. Now, oil wells, they're built into the map, but you don't have access to them. You can't get in there, you can't use them until you buy them and open them. We have a couple of water fields for your rice and your cranberry. So 4 water fields, 2 of them you have access to, 2 of them you have to build. And we have a couple roads going from the valley back up to Center Mountain. And these aren't finished yet. I got to do the roadsides coming up on both sides. So I got some terrain editing to do along there. So that brings us back up to Center Mountain. Now, I was going to put the fence company back here. So somewhere around here, I was going to put another road in, coming along here and circling back behind Lowe's, behind Walmart, and coming over here and out this side. We're still going to put a road in. And then right here in this open area right here, I was going to put Applebee's. But I don't know if I will definitely probably put Applebee's there. The big box 8508. Hey old man. Minute 09 Gaming. Thank you for the follow. Very, very much appreciated. Thank you for stopping in and saying hello. So I was going to put the fence company here And I was going to put a size patio here, but it's too close to Lowe's. So for now, I'm going to leave this area here unfinished until I figure out what I want to put back there. Right about somewhere near this telephone pole, right about here, we're going to take this road section out, we're going to put a T in. We're going to run another road straight across here. And then behind BP and Lowe's, or right behind BP and behind a vehicle shop, we're going to put another row of commercial in. So we'll have another road coming straight across here and out here. We'll probably work on this after lunch. And we'll put a T here, we'll come back out onto this road, and then somewhere down here a little bit further, probably by this pole here, we're going to put in another T, and I want to do the same thing. I want to put another road in straight across here, maybe down a little bit further, so probably right about here. We'll have another city block and another road coming across here. And I may even put it closer here to where this road's coming out. So somewhere about here where this other road's going to loop around behind Lowe's. So somewhere about here, we'll put in a road coming straight across this way. And what that's going to do, it's going to, right here behind my truck, or to the right of my truck, I think we'll put the fence company in there. And then what I may do is I may put an X junction here at the end of the bridge, and we'll probably come straight across here. I'll put in another 90-degree turn, and we'll probably curve this road out along here, and we'll probably come straight up here, and we'll tee back onto this main road right about here. And then this area here between our bridge going across the Outer Mountain and Aldi's, where I'm staging all these trees, we'll probably finish our commercial district. So we'll probably come here. So this whole block will also be commercial over here to the mountain. And we'll probably put, we'll definitely put the size patio in here. And then I have a couple other businesses I want to bring in that we could put along here. So after lunch, I'm going to get out of here for about an hour. All that shit you see sitting behind the monorail tracks, that's my staging area. All that's going to go. Right there to my left, that's all stuff I'm just staging. So after lunch, I think we're going to come in here. We're going to work on getting the rest of the road system in here on the top of the mountain. And then we're going to break this up into some more city blocks. And we'll get the rest of we'll continue working on our commercial and residential here on top of the mountain. I'm not too concerned with getting the cell point in and working at Lowe's, because we're going to do all the cell points at the same time. So I'm not worried about getting that trigger in today. But at some point, right about here, we'll have a cell trigger. Alright, so the only thing I have to do to fix Lowe's is lower the duct spline just a hair. But let me get out of here. Minute '09 Gaming, you're welcome. Yeah, very much appreciated. Love it when everybody stops in and says hello. Let's get out of here. I'm going to throw you all on ending soon. Give me about an hour to grab lunch, see if my sister has anything, see if we have anything going on. I don't know if there's any errands or anything going on today. I'm not sure what the afternoon, I don't know what the plans are between lunch and dinner. So if all goes well, I'll be back in about an hour. Rob V TV, I'll see you later. Farm Chick, enjoy lunch. I have no idea what I'm going to eat yet. But I will catch you all in about an hour.